As the election approaches, interest in polls grows stronger. People turn to polling data to gain insight into the likely outcome of the election. In this video, we'll analyze recent credible polls from every state. Stay tuned. Numerous polling institutes conduct surveys across the United States, with results varying in credibility. To ensure reliability, we'll focus only on polls from highly rated sources. Utilizing 538's pollster ratings, which evaluates pollsters on a scale of 0 to 3 stars, we'll consider only those with ratings exceeding 2.5 stars. In the absence of such polls, we'll rely only on the most recent ones rated over 2 stars. Let's start with the state-level polls. The latest data indicates a deadlock with both candidates tied at 43%. However, as national polls don't determine the US presidential election, let's explore state-specific polls presented alphabetically. In Alabama, Trump maintains a substantial 19 points lead with 57% support compared to Biden's 38%. In Alaska, Trump leads with 53% against Biden's 41%, establishing a 12-point margin. Arizona, a crucial battleground, shows Biden trailing by 6 points with 43% support against Trump's 49%. Arkansas's last credible poll from 7 months ago showcased a substantial lead for Trump, who secured 57% support compared to Biden's 24%. California, a reliably Democratic state, sees Biden in the lead with 54% support while Trump trails at 31%. In Colorado, recent polling data is unavailable. The last credible poll showed Biden with 41% support and Trump with 35%. Connecticut also lacks recent polling data. However, the last poll, conducted in October last year, indicated a lead for Biden with 49% support, while Trump has 40%. In Delaware and DC, no current polls exist due to their strong Democratic base. In Florida, the latest credible poll indicates Trump leading with 56% support against Biden's 44%. Georgia, another swing state, shows Trump leading by a 9-point margin with 50% support compared to Biden's 41%. Hawaii lacks credible polls, with only one from an unrated pollster showing Biden at 57% and Trump at 38%. Idaho's last poll from October 2023 favored Trump with 55%, while Biden trailed at 26%. In Illinois, Biden leads with 43% against Trump's 34% based on data from 7 months ago. Indiana shows a significant lead for Trump with 55% compared to Biden's 34%. Iowa, no longer a swing state, leans towards Trump with 48% against Biden's 33%. Kansas, like many others, lacks recent polls, with the last one from October favoring Trump with 47% against Biden's 31%. Kentucky's last poll, also from October, showed Trump leading with 55% against Biden's 26%. Louisiana's poll from 8 months ago placed Trump at 51% and Biden at 26%. Maine, with its unique electoral system, distributes its electoral votes proportionally by congressional district. Statewide, Trump holds a slim lead with 38% support, while Biden's follows at 32%. In the 2nd congressional district, Trump leads with 45% support, while Biden trails at 25%. Conversely, in the 1st congressional district, Biden leads with 39%, while Trump trails at 31%. Maryland shows a significant lead for Biden, with 56% compared to Trump's 35%. Massachusetts similarly favors Biden with 52%, while Trump trails at 22%. Michigan's narrow battleground leans slightly towards Biden with 47%, while Trump follows closely at 46%. Minnesota, another battleground, has Biden leading with 44%, while Trump stands at 42%. Mississippi's last poll from September favored Trump with 54% against Biden's 36%. Missouri mirrors Mississippi's trend, with Trump leading at 49% and Biden at 32%. Montana, a Republican stronghold, heavily favors Trump with 56% against Biden's 35%. Nebraska, like Maine, allocates its electoral votes by congressional district. There are no polls available for the 1st and 3rd congressional districts of Nebraska. At the state level, Trump enjoys a significant lead with 57% support, while Biden trails at 34%. In the 2nd congressional district, traditionally a Democratic target, Trump holds a narrower lead with 46% compared to Biden's 43%. Nevada, often categorized as a battleground, leans towards Trump with 51% against Biden's 38%. New Hampshire's last poll from 4 months ago favored Biden with 52% against Trump's 45%. New Jersey, historically Democratic, shows Biden leading with 46%, while Trump follows at 39%. New Mexico similarly favors Biden with 47% against Trump's 41%. New York shows Biden leading with 47%, while Trump trails at 37%. North Carolina's poll suggests a close race, with Trump leading at 52% against Biden's 48%. North Dakota heavily favors Trump, with 54% against Biden's 17%. Ohio sees Trump leading with 50% against Biden's 38%. Oklahoma's last poll from October showed Trump leading with 55% against Biden's 27%. Oregon lacks recent credible polls, but past data suggests Biden leading with 51% against Trump's 35%. Pennsylvania, a crucial state, leans towards Trump with 48% against Biden's 45%. Rhode Island's last poll from September showed Biden leading with 51% against Trump's 37%. South Carolina heavily favors Trump with 51% against Biden's 37%. South Dakota similarly shows Trump leading with 55% against Biden's 26%. Tennessee's trend is consistent, with Trump leading at 60% against Biden's 31%. Texas, a closely watched state, leans towards Trump with 48% against Biden's 40%. Utah shows a significant lead for Trump with 54% against Biden's 26%. Vermont heavily favors Biden with 59% against Trump's 28%. Virginia leans towards Biden with 47% against Trump's 43%. Washington sees Biden leading with 48% against Trump's 37%. West Virginia heavily favors Trump with 59% against Biden's 23%. Wisconsin, another battleground, leans towards Biden with 47% against Trump's 45%. Wyoming heavily favors Trump with 68% against Biden's 15%. We are still far from Election Day, and the numbers will probably change in the next few months. Despite this uncertainty, if the election were held today and these figures proved accurate, Trump could secure the presidency with 288 electoral votes, while Biden would receive 242. 8 votes remains unaccounted for, attributed to Washington, D.C., Delaware, and 2 of the Nebraska's congressional districts, for which we lack polling data. However, Washington, D.C. and Delaware have consistently voted for Democratic candidates in the past, and it's anticipated they will do the same in 2024. Conversely, the 1st and 3rd congressional districts of Nebraska typically lean in the opposite direction. As a result, we can expect to add their electoral votes to the candidates' totals, bringing Trump to 290 and Biden to 248. Overall, this adjustment doesn't significantly change the projected outcome. This was an overview of the most recent and credible polls in every state. If you found this content informative, please like it and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear from you, so feel free to share your thoughts, comments, and ideas for future topics in the comment section. Thank you for joining, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.